Hi everyone, welcome. It's terrific having you here. What am I doing? Well, I'm making some aquafaba. What is that? Aquafaba simply means bean water. That's right. I have some chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whichever you prefer. These are from last year's harvest, and I'm simply heating them very slowly. These have been going since yesterday. Well, they were soaked since yesterday. And then I've been cooking them for about 6 hours. They're still pretty firm, but they're starting to soften. And I'll be taking from this just the water for soap. Now, why in the world would I put bean water in soap? Well, I actually did a video on this last year using a pinto bean. This is what's more traditionally aquafaba. And aquafaba is fantastic for several different things. Well, first of all, for taking in your body, there are just all sorts of wonderful vitamins and minerals from the actual beans. But better than that, it actually has some topical benefits as well. And I'm just going to put those all on the screen for you. Figure it'll be easier than me because I need to get this turned back on and get these finished up so we can start making our soap. This is going to be our water for our soap. That's right. So in just a few moments, we'll get that going. All right, so our beans are done. So I'm now going to remove these and put them in a separate container, because I'll be making some hummus with these a bit later. They smell terrific. Alright, so next I'm going to pour this into some ice trays and get it frozen. Oop, yeah, be careful. Little splashes don't hurt a thing. All right, there we go. Perfect. I'll get these put in the freezer. Then we're going to go back and make some soap. So our wonderful aquafaba is going to be rich with several different oils and butters. This is avocado, olive oil. We have cocoa butter, which smells wonderful, by the way, shea butter and kokum butter. And this is going to be an absolutely decadent soap. And I'm really looking forward to putting this all together for us. All right, let's get started. All right, so now we're going to get our wonderful aquafaba melted down. And in case you're wondering, it doesn't smell anything like beans. And I know that that's a question that's come up to me in the past when I've made this. And since I've made mine, I've seen others on YouTube have actually made it too. And I can tell you this. I believe that it makes the bubbles it gives you this nice variation of bubbles from, you'll get some that are very tiny and creamy, and then some larger ones that are just so much fun. And I suppose it's the constituents in beans that well, produce gas. And humans, I suppose, in the same sort of way, maybe it produces. Now, this is not scientific. This is just Patrick being silly, because I really don't know why. But I have found, of course, the same is true when I've used squash, different squashes and soaps, or different vegetables, that they do add a nice bubble that, oh, you get, now anytime you're going to have coconut oil in soap, you're going to have bubbles. Now, we put castor oil in soap, not to create bubbles, but to stabilize bubbles. But what I have found is when using certain products like, well, Aquafaba, that it adds some stability. Maybe it's the proteins within the beans and within the liquid that actually does give more stability to soap. Completely speculative. I don't know the main reason why. I should research that. It's not anything difficult to find out, I'm sure. Although when it comes to soaping, I find that there are still a lot of mysteries. And I want you to understand, I've been making soap for over 50 years. Well, when I was a kid, I wasn't really making it as much as I was kind of handing things to my mother or grandmother. So I wasn't a soap maker. But I've been involved in soap making for over 50 years. And through that experience, I've learned a lot. I am no expert. I don't know that you could ever be a true expert, especially in something where there are so many variations. And the variations are what make it so much fun. Coloring this with some, this is indigo and oil. And this is spinach leaf in oil. Colors I've used before, but I anticipate they're going to change colors, and for the Aquafaba, I think that's just fine. I want something interesting. All right. So there's our Aquafaba and lye. And I'm going to continue just mixing this with a whisk. Oh, I had a nice day today. Worked in the garden. My squash. I was actually picked my first squash of the year today, some crookneck yellow squash, and I've got some zucchini. I've got some acorn squash. Of course, they won't be ready for quite a while, but the summer squashes are already making fruits, and oh, I just love them. All right. Ooh, boy, is that thick fast. I knew it would thicken up quickly. I wasn't sure it would happen quite that quickly. Well, it just didn't work out the way I'd hoped. Got a lot thicker, faster than I thought, and I didn't get the color variations. But it's going to be a wonderful soap. And sometimes when these things cure, the colors come out. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much variation, if any at all. So I was hoping to get more variation here down in the bottom. I guess my tool didn't quite carry the color down as far as I'd hoped. Let's see what else we get. So, what have I been up to? Well, my schedule has changed again, but it was to better benefit the employees. There is another manager that I share my responsibilities with. We have pretty much the very same position. And we were initially scheduled pretty much the very same hours. Well, not the same hours, but the same days. But what this led to, because we were scheduled the same days, we're 5-day-a-week employees, much of the time. That could vary when the need is there, but most of the time only 5 days. There were 2 days a week when there were no managers there to help the employees when they had an issue. And primarily, this was on Friday and Saturdays, which were my days off. And so what we did was we traded, changed my shift, excuse me. Where my new days off will be Monday and Tuesday. And that's perfect. That way, 7 days a week, there will be someone here for the employees. It's not the full day, but at least 8 hours every day. They have a manager here that they can speak to if they have an issue or, well, and there are always some kind of issues that you have to deal with. So it's just a better solution, and I'm happy with it. Now, I live in a very rural community, as I've talked to many of you before, as I've let you know, and Sunday and Monday are the worst days for businesses in my small town. Barbershops are closed both of those days. So getting my hair cut, that's always a challenge. The places I might want to shop, and yes, I have not had my hair cut since COVID started. And I want to get it done. I haven't. Am I a little nervous about it? Yes, I'm not going to lie about it. I'd love to say, oh yeah, no problem, but yeah, I am nervous about it. Should I be? Well, I think it's good to be cautious, but I think if you take the right precautions, it can be okay. I hope. What do you think? In your area, where you live, are you comfortable enough to get out in public and do those personal need things like go to a nail salon or go to a beauty shop or a barber shop or whatever the case may be? How are you? Or get a massage? What are your thoughts on that? Are you doing that yet? Are you comfortable with that? Has it worked out positively for you with No problem at all. And if so, what precautions did you take? Help me out, because I'm nervous. I know I can put on my mask, but my mask doesn't protect me. I don't have one of those hospital masks that, blocks out things. I'm only wearing a mask to protect other people in the event I am carrying something, if I'm a carrier. So I'd be very interested in hearing from you all on your thoughts about this. Well, this old video is going to be very long, so I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all. I hope you have a terrific day. I'm going to continue cleaning these up, and of course you'll see the photo at the end. But I haven't thought of a name for them yet. I'm sure I will by the time I create the video. I generally do. But also, let me know your thoughts about this. When you're leaving comments below, I would love to hear what you think about how this turned out, but also your thoughts about a possible name. I probably will have come up with a name by the time I put the video up. It seems weird to put up a video and call it the No Name Soap, but I might. And I might change the name based on something you suggest. Because I'm not going to say there are no original names. I think there are a few. I've come up with some. And some have been rehashed. Other people have used a similar name or the very name before. So that's going to happen too. But I'd like to hear your opinion. And so thank you all very much. It's always a pleasure when I get to be here with you. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a terrific day, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.